It's week 2 of the National Football League, and we'll see DeAndre Swift. He's coming off a nice showing last week, racked up a lot of yards, and reached the end zone once. It's the Eagles and the Vikings on Thursday night primetime.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Tonight, we're on to week 2 of the NFL season. We got a good one on tap, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the defending NFC champs, the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Fournette, a first down carry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
Mahomes going to throw. They'll swing this out to Fournette. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal.
3-yard line.
Fournette will score. Touchdown, Vikings. So a good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive, the 6 on the scoreboard.
Greg Joseph on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the man who finished it off with a run into the end zone, Leonard Fournette. Rodgers on the return. This taken in right around the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
And the guys on the other side of the ball know they'll have to be on their toes. And it's obviously not just the passing, but the running element that makes him dangerous. He ran for over 100 yards in that game last week, so keeping him contained will be a big emphasis for this defense.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at the 32-yard line.
They go with a former Lion. It's DeAndre Swift. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They run out of the gun with Swift. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. The numbers for him from a week ago. Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
From the gun, here's Swift. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. This defense for the Vikings, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
On fourth down, Aaron Sipos on to punt for Philadelphia. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. Now, they were winners in the season opener Sunday. Now they get the quick turnaround game here on Thursday night. But, CD, you say this is an ideal setup for them. Why?
Well, it's just the way the schedule lines up because everyone's got to put.
There he goes, right side. He's to the 15. Touchdown, Vikings. KJ Osborne, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Hurts going to keep it again. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
That's a tremendous group effort there because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down. So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Hurts. Over the middle, it's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 24-yard line. Hurts sets up to throw it. And it's caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Hurts. Touchdown, Eagles! Dallas got it from 3 yards out, and the Eagles have cut it back within a score. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they scored opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
Do you think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Kene Nwagu now out of his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
It's 2nd and 8.
Mahomes now to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
8-yard pickup. First down, Minnesota.
Now here's Mahomes. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play.
And we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit, but how about guys who are maulers? Because that's who you want in short yardage situations, and we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running. Throwing on first down is Mahomes.
Into the hands of the rookie Jordan Addison.
And he's going to be taken to the ground right there at the 35-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
So Patrick Mahomes, guys, he's playing at such an elite level. Defensively, coming into a game like this, Charles, it's got to be a lot of things, but what worries you the most?
I think you're exactly right about that. The list is extensive about what worries you. The way he can move, make completions on the run, the way he can throw against his body, heck, make left-handed throws, you name it, he gets it done. The biggest thing, though, is once he gets into rhythm, trying to get his timing chipped away, trying to stop that is really difficult to do.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground.
A lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have.
So on 4th down, on is the punter Ryan Wright.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
The Eagles 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
23 yards to pick up there. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. Got him in. It's Brown. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd and 1 now from the 21. Back to throw again. He's got Smith here. And Devontae going to pick up the Eagles' 1st down as a tackle made at the 15-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Here's Swift. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. DeAndre Swift, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped it to 17. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. A good pickup there, 21 yards. These two teams all tied after one. The Vikings with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. From the 43, here's 2nd and 6. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He gets it to Addison. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 41-yard line. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Mahomes to throw once more. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another 1st down.
And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 20-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
And the Vikings 1st down.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And he'll get that to Fournette complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now a 2nd and 2.
at the Eagles' 12-yard line.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Hassan Reddick charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This is going to be incomplete. 4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Well, a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
And out now come the Eagles.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
This now a 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd down and 4.
Here's Hurts to throw.
This short throw caught by Goddard. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
That'll go as a 39-yard punt. Give him 9 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Alexander Johnson there on the stop. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down and 7.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
Now Mahomes.
And he couldn't get that one to his man. Short of him, it's low and incomplete.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident, because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. Eagles set and ready for their next offensive drive.
They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball to their territory.
Second down and a yard.
Brings up second and a yard at the 16-yard line.
In motion left comes Brown. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. And A.J. going to pick up an Eagles first down as they get this up close to the 20. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are.
Well, they tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So here are the Vikings to take over. They were 3-point winners a week ago. They lead by 3 here as well as they start 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Osborne. And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. Mahomes going to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now it's Mahomes again. Touchdown, Vikings! Keeft, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are able to add on to that lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Joseph now to add the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked out officially at the 21. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter. But you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's 1 interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And his throw here is incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 38. Swift going to try up the middle. That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. This will be caught by Brown. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Here's a handoff to Swift. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, it's Hurts. Touchdown! Chris Watkins from 8 yards out. And the Eagles are back within a score. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far. Fun to watch. This fielded right at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Patrick Mahomes in the offense heading back out. He had the touchdown pass on the last drive, his second of this first half, as he'll try again on first down here. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Mahomes now to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Osborne. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now here's Mahomes. That is caught, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
On first down, Mahomes. Throw left side, and Osborne has it. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. From midfield, here's Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 31-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're taking a stand right here, right
toward the sideline. Intercepted. Picked up by Avonte Maddox. And the Eagles are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a moment. But first, the NFL season is in full swing. Let's show the good folks what we've got in store for us later this weekend here in Week 2. In the early window, we'll have our eye on that game in Jacksonville. The Jaguars going to need to be on their A game as they'll have to do battle with the visiting Kansas City Chiefs. More good stuff later in the afternoon, one being down in the desert, where it'll be the Cardinals at home in Glendale, taking on the New York Giants. And then finally, the national game on Sunday night. It's a good one between the Miami Dolphins and the New England Patriots. We were treated to an excellent first half from the gunslinger, Patrick Mahomes. He's over 300 yards passing already as he's looking to possibly put his name in the record book.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter? Now a hit and a loose football. And one of the linebackers has got it. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. So that's a solid start to the second half. You come out of the lockers losing, thinking you're kicking it away, not going to have it, but boom, the fumble, they get it right back.
I don't know whether they even drew that up on the board or was it just said, but they had to have it. They needed a spark to get them going here in the second half, and they got it right away.
So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Hurts. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A.J. Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in Week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly. But here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they'd better take advantage of it because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. To throw, it's Mahomes. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake, 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
rushed up and down the field during this game. It's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on third down, isn't it?
And they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And that will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Eagles to take over. They defeated the Patriots last week, now looking to make it 2 in a row here as they come up 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. That's complete. It's Josh Riley. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Watkins. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. But 1st down, Hurts. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with this 4th down call.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that'll make this a 7-point game. So give him 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say, we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
And he returns this to the 22. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Over the middle, complete to Addison. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Completes this to Addison out left. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2 yards to go, 2nd down.
At the Eagles' 44-yard line.
They go play fake. Mahomes. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Inside handoff down to Fournette. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
Mahomes now on first down. They'll swing this out to Fournette. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Ball on the 30 now. Here's second down and a yard. In motion right is Osborne. Now they'll fake the jet sweep and off play action. Here's Mahomes. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop it.
And that's what the Eagles have been looking for out of the big defensive tackle from Georgia. No sacks as a rookie, but with his athletic ability, there are big plans for him going forward.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game. He said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Here's Hurts to throw. Fires the quick slant. A.J. Brown's got it.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
2 yards still to go. Third down now.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
And now out comes Minnesota. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
At the 32-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes.
On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes.
Looking for Addison again, and he's got him again.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes.
Open man is Osborne.
And he'll get nothing out of that one. So nothing doing there. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball. and they keep making the connection.
And he will have a Vikings first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
Mahomes firing complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Up the gut, Fournette. And he'll go down at the 28. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Now Mahomes. Dumps it off to Fournette. Stops short of the 25. The second effort couldn't free him. So from the 26-yard line, here's the 2nd down and 9. Mahomes now to throw. Throw left side, and Osborne has it. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
Now here's Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the 3rd quarter. So he's had a nose for the end zone here in the early part of this season. 2 touchdowns for him now in this one to go along with the one he had in the opener as well.
Yeah, he certainly finds where the goal line is and finds a way to get across it. But you know who else senses it? The guys that block for him. Because he has that instinct, I think they hold their blocks just a little bit longer.
This taken in at the goal line. Escapes the defender. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. And that one is his 2nd fumble loss. Not a good look out of your return man.
And not only does he hurt the momentum for his team or even change momentum of the game, but now they've got a decision to make on his own sideline. Does he continue to do that? Do you keep him in that role, or do you bring someone else in at this time?
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. And he comes back with one complete. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's Mahomes to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
And again, it's Mahomes. And this is going to be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. Tie game, 4th quarter. You're already in the red zone, well in field goal range. You can't throw a pick there.
And you know I want to give all the credit to the defenders, right? I mean, they made a play on the ball. But bottom line, you set up the situation perfectly. You've already got the field goal in the bag. You've got to make sure you take care of the football in that situation.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the 4th quarter. A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Now 2nd and 5. Hurts. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 3. On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And he is going to have the first down as he's up to his own 13-yard line. 67 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Hurts throw there, taken in by Smith. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Playing a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
A couple of first downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
At long last, the Eagles have found their new marquee #1 receiver. They dealt for Brown in last year's draft, and all he did in year 1 was set a new franchise record for yards, 4th best in the league. He gets him a first down there.
The whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Here's 2nd and 3. Hurts sets up to throw it.
He finds his man, complete. That's Watkins. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
Oh, what a juke into space. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone that's the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
That'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th.
2 yards left on 2nd down from the 9. On the handoff, this is Swift.
And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Harrison Smith on the safety blitz, able to get the sack.
We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away from pretty good yardage, and that time they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
A 34-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Vikings now heading on to the field.
And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
At the 27-yard line.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. He gets it to Addison. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot.
A gain of 7. First down, Vikings.
Mahomes going to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 38-yard line.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And it's 3rd and 4 now. Mahomes to throw once more. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On first down, Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 8 at the 43-yard line.
Fournette on the counter. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Oh, no, he lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
Eagles offense back out, getting set for this next drive.
They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
The real with the 4-minute offense is just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding, keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Mahomes now on first down.
They'll find Osborne here.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6.
Now 2nd and 6.
Back to throw here. Got a man and he hits him in stride. his 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Vikings.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Complete to Addison on the out route. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch him drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Completes this to Addison out left.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Mahomes firing complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and a yard at the Eagles' 15-yard line.
Mahomes. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Here's 1st and goal. Mahomes. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Minnesota.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25.
Hurts and the Eagles now down by 4, 43 seconds to go.
How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Back to throw. And that'll be incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
They'll find Swift out of the backfield.
Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Back to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Watkins. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside.
This offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here 1st down.
They'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. Partner, what a finish to this one. I mean, this offense, they had it down there inside the red zone, but ultimately couldn't execute that final snap to find the end zone.
Yeah, and they're going to walk away from this one, and you know what's going to go through their heads the entire time until they get to play again. If we could only have that final snap to do over one more time, maybe with a different play call.
So for Minnesota, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs.